Yo, what is going on, guys? Curry here, and I'm bringing you guys another video here today. And I do apologize if it looks like I'm a bit drowsy, but uh, I haven't gotten much rest lately. Sure, my sleeping schedule is fixed, but I'm always waking up like at weird times and stuff like that. But thankfully, it hasn't broke my sleep schedule or whatever like that. So I have a little something to explain to you guys. So I'm just gonna get right into it. I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm just gonna get right into it and just tell you guys what happened a couple nights ago. All right. So a couple nights ago, one of the peoples from the Team Mystic page on Facebook, because I love playing Pokemon Go, and Team Mystic is a great team. And one of the people in the Facebook chat was talking about planning a trip to Austin, Texas, which is my state's capital. And so, with that being said, I told them I'd go. And, we went to Austin and we were just having a great time, just capturing all kinds of Pokemon. Uh, we were up there farming Charmanders anyway. We were just catching a bunch of Charmander because there was a Charmander nest there in Austin, Texas. And we were just having such a blast, man. It was awesome. It was one of the greatest trips ever. I'd say that was another step towards my Pokemon adventures in Pokemon Go. Like I love playing that game. I love playing it a lot. It's a really fun game. It actually keeps me away, you know, I guess it keeps me happy in a way to where it doesn't really, take away from who I am, I guess. I don't know how to explain that. But it just makes me happy. Just know that. Pokemon Go definitely makes me happy. And so yeah, we were hang on. I'm jumping. Okay, I'm jumping everywhere. It's kind of hard for me to explain. All right. So we were going well and everything until it got around late night-ish kind of. No, fuck it. It was night. It was definitely night. And as we were gonna go to the Growlithe Park that was also there in Austin. Cedar Park is the Growlithe Park, and we were there in Austin. We decided to stop by a Valero, which was a big mistake, a really massive mistake. And the person who was driving us and everything, we had a couple of people. There was six people all together in one van, and it was crazy because two of them had LTC thingies, the license to carry. So they were open carrying in a Valero, and I guess the clerk or something got the wrong idea that he was going to get robbed. When the guys who had the open carry things paid for their drinks and stuff like that, because we were on a roll in Pokemon, man. We were on a roll. And we decided to stop at that Valero, man. And I guess the clerk didn't even realize there was an open carry law in Texas, as long as you have your license to carry. So, yeah. About a couple of seconds later, we stopped at a light. And there were about 8 cop cars that showed up around us. Uh, it was the most scariest experience of my life. Um, and it was all misinterpreted by this clerk guy. Like he misinterpreted everything. And this guy, like this idiot, literally we could have died, basically. We could have died a couple nights ago. I would not have been here. Like, if it weren't for the people that I was with that took really good care of me and the officers that did their work. So let me explain the situation. Right. So there were eight cop cars around us, and one cop had a flashlight on his gun and an AR, an assault rifle, and I was sitting inside of the van in the far back to the right, and the guy that had an open carry. There were two guys, remember, that had open carries, and there was one guy sitting next to me in the van on the left, and then there was another guy in front of me. He was in the mid seat area. He was right in front of me. He also had the license to carry as well. So there were two guys with us. Remember, two guys, and during this whole ordeal, there was a guy in the back of us just screaming his head off, like just screaming at the cops, like making their job harder. And I love law enforcement, all right? I love what these officers do for us. You know, they protect us from things like that. So I'm never against the law. I was brought up to know that, you know, the police protect us, you know. Even though there were mistakes made in this earth, on this earth, and a bunch of, you know, bad cops are bad cops. That's pretty much what that's it. What that is. You know, and there's some ignorant people in the world as well. I will say that. All cops are not bad, guys. All cops are not bad, but if that were different circumstances and I was the one that had the gun on me with a license to carry, even though I had a license to carry, I feel like I could have died that night. I could have died. It was so scary. I literally had an assault rifle pointed in my face. It was such a scary ordeal. But, you know, it didn't shake my resolve to continue playing Pokemon Go. So, right. I'm bouncing everywhere, so I need to get back to the story. I'm sorry. So, there I was. We had to hold our hands up like this because the officers told us to hold our hands up. And they asked the guy that was in the middle seat to get out of the vehicle. So he did. But he done it so fast that I literally thought they were going to open fire on him. And I was afraid. I was panicking the whole time. I was literally in a state of panic. And the guy got out. They handcuffed him. Had him get on his knees and stuff. They handcuffed him immediately. And I don't know what happened to the guy on the left of me, because I didn't see what happened to him. See, like, because the way the van is, it's like I was able to see what happened to the middle guy because he was right there on the sidewalk. There was a sidewalk right next to us at that light. And basically, you know, they arrested him, you know, and had us detained. Right, so let me keep going. So I was asked to get out of the car as well. And they told me to get on the sidewalk, still with my hands up. Keep in mind, I still got my hands up. And I had to walk backwards into their custody. And they handcuffed me like so. They handcuffed me. And I was literally scared. I wasn't out of the situation yet, so I was legit shaking. I was shaking, thinking, oh Lord, what have I gotten myself into? Why is this happening to me? And I just started thinking about all of you guys. I started thinking about my fiance, my mother, all of my friends. I started thinking about it. And just what ifs started rolling through my head. And, you know, it was such a scary thing. I'm sorry, my computer screen shut down on me. Had to restore it back. Right. So there I was, handcuffed. I was standing in front of the police vehicle. Of course, we were holding up traffic, so they had to move the van into a nearby parking lot. Um, it was such a scary experience. I was literally sitting right there in front of the police vehicle. And I was so afraid. It took the people around me to calm me down, and the officers calmed me down as well. I have to give credit to the Austin Police Department. They really did their thing, man. Even though I could have used a gun not in my face, it was pretty scary. Um, and I decided, I'm not gonna, chase them for whatever reason like that. I mean, it was the clerk's fault. I literally hope that clerk gets arrested because that was improper use of 911 when clearly he had money paid to him when the guys did their thing. We were not gonna rob the guy. What reason would a couple of nerds in a van? That's what we were. We were playing Pokemon Go. A couple of nerds in a van. And that clerk thought we were going to rob him. So, yeah. After after all that, I was still in handcuffs. Um, Basically, I was detained. I wasn't arrested or anything like that. I mean, well, okay, I was arrested and detained. That's it. I didn't get in the back of a cop car or anything like that. The guys that had the license to carry, they were in the back of cop cars. I was literally afraid for them as well as myself because I was thinking to myself, wow, I just met these cool people today. And I literally met them today. That happened. I met them today. And I met these cool people, and they were going to be arrested right in front of me. I mean, they were, and they were sitting in cop cars thing, and I was like, how could this happen? How could this happen? Just how could this happen? And then the guy that was next to me, because we didn't have guns or anything on us. The driver was also put in the back of a car as well. It was a woman, and she had kids and things like that. And I was literally afraid for her. And it was just insane. It was insane. Guys, I literally panicked. All right, I panicked so bad, so bad. I thought I was going to pass out on my feet. I thought I was going to pass out, and it was so scary, guys. Especially when guns are involved, it's so scary. Um, so they had three people in cop cars, and yeah, they had. Let me see, cause it was the two guys that were licensed to carry. Had the driver and the driver's and the driver's roommate. Yeah, so there were four people in cop cars. I'm so bad at explaining this. I'm really bad at explaining stuff. Like I can't explain things. It's kind of hard for me, and I'm trying to explain it the best way that I can. But it was a scary experience. One I do not want to go through again, but I know that it's going to happen again because those guys are Pokemon Go players and they live with that fear as well. So I don't really mind it since I'm a good guy anyway. They checked my file and things like that, and I had a clean slate. I've never done anything horrible like that in my life, and I'm not going to, because I want to be able to be a nerd all of my life, and I want to be able to do all kinds of fun stuff, in my life. But it was a scary experience, one I definitely don't want to go through again. But I know it's gonna happen down the road, so luckily I'm prepared now. Like, I know what to do in those situations. So it was definitely a scary experience for me. After everything got sorted out, we were all good. But those handcuffs, they really hurt. They really hurt, man. They hurt. Like my right shoulder was going numb from how I was handcuffed. And, you know, the officer asked me, "Are you okay? Are the handcuffs too tight? Do you need me to adjust them or whatever?" I simply said, "No, they're fine." Despite me having that pain, I told him I was fine. I didn't want anything to happen to me, nor the people around me. So I literally I dealt with the pain as time progressed. And I'm okay now, you know, I'm fine. My shoulders and everything's okay. But I was thinking, oh my God, what is my mother going to say? Like, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. It should not have happened. You know, all in all, it should not have happened. That clerk should have kept his mouth shut instead of just being like, "Oh no, these guys are going to rob me. Whatever do I do? Call the police," because that's definitely call the police on guys who have license to carry. Right. Idiotic. Idiotic. It should not have happened. And the driver, the girl, she was she probably called that guy the next day. I don't know if she did or not, but I decided I'm not gonna chase it. You know, I'm not going to chase it. I don't want any more trouble, and I don't want to make trouble for anyone. If there's going to be trouble, I would want that trouble to be on someone else. And I don't want, you know, people to have any kind of trouble in their lives, because in this day and age, you could die from the most stupidest of things. And legit, I counted my blessings that night. I was happy that we were all alive and I can continue playing the game that I love, which is Pokemon Go. I love playing Pokemon Go. I'm never going to stop playing Pokemon Go. Because really it's just too fun right now. Especially with other people. It's so fun now. And I have to give thanks to the driver. Her name is Ashley. And I have to give thanks to her. Because, you know, we would not have been able to catch all those Charmanders though. None of us would have. And I'm glad I was able to go on such a wonderful trip. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video, guys. If you stuck around and you were watching this, just leave a like. You know, it was a scary experience in my life. So scary, man. So scary. Man, it was crazy. So crazy. But yeah, make sure you guys leave a like on this video. I'm gonna try to be active on my stuff again. It's just, you know, like I said, I've been dealing with a lot of depression, and that night didn't really bug with my depression. Just the other stuff that is bugging me, you know. But yeah, please leave a like. If you're new here, hi, my name is Curry. I upload random videos from time to time, and I just want to enjoy life. I don't want to go through any more trouble. I don't want to think about being depressed again. And, you know, I just feel like I'm a slave to depression, simply because of just everything I'm going through right now. And the scale of it is just huge. That's all I can say. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'm gonna shut up now. Take care of yourself, guys. Hug someone, give someone happiness, because you don't know what they're going through in life, and they can use your help. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate you. Stupid computer screen. Yeah, I appreciate you guys, and if you stuck around for the whole 20 minutes, yeah, I love you. Thank you. Have a blessed day. Peace out, guys.